Good evening.
Bueno.
Well, I have a little bit of explaining to do.
Hey?
Oh, for fuck's sake. Hold on. Other fucking donkey goat. Ah!
I've been called worse. Hey, Sheffy.
Grouch.
Who's a grouch? Okay, nothing's working. Hello. Oh, that's just me. I got no visuals on you guys. Okay, Steve, you're the wrong way. Okay. There you go. Jim should not be hopefully driving off the goddamn highway. Got some
He
explaining.
drives like his long lost grandmother.
Steve.
Yo.
Hold your phone.
I already
You're sideways. You're sideways.
It's sideways.
You're sideways.
I'm sideways.
There you go.
Better. Seeing you. So apparently Jim is traveling from Shibugamu.
Well, here's. I'll give you the story. What's this? Ooh. Today is Michael's birthday.
Ah.
Happy birthday to Mike.
Anyway.
We're live, by the way. We're live. Do you want me to
Totally
pause the
fine.
live? We're live. It's okay?
I've got lines in mine. That's wicked. You know, like when you watch a monitor off a TV or a TV off a monitor? You know, I'm getting that on my picture. That's it. Whatever. Anyway, so it's Michael's birthday. Yeah. So they went to one of those indoor Recreatech fun things. So Aiden was invited. So Jim brought Aiden. And then he came and hung out with me for a couple of hours. Hence our little whipping post thing today.
Fucking awesome, by the way. That was
saw that.
Amazing.
Yeah, but you know what? That was because like I said in the week, the idea was I love to change the world.
Right.
When I thought about it, I go, okay, I can play it. Then Paul comes in when the second part comes in. Then Jim, I go, why am I making this complicated? Let them fucking do it. Fuck this. I'm out of it, right?
Right.
So I got to come up with something because I knew Jim was going to be here Saturday. And the plan was always could have been a lady. Right? But I'm watching Jim play. I'm like, I had Connor busting my ass every 10 seconds. I'm like, we're not going to get fuck all done. So I go, let me go start the barbecue. Let's go outside. I go, Jim, what about this one? I've been playing with it for a couple of days. I go, what do you think? Oh, Paul used to do this, I think. Yeah, probably. But I think this is a great band song, but I think doing it acoustically would blow people's minds, especially if we get it.
Either way, man. Either way.
So what happened is that they finished the thing, the indoor party. Then they went to my sister's. So they all went to the pool.
Right.
So we went also because that's Connor in the pool, me in the pool. It's basically safe for the other kids, right?
Right.
So I spent like 2 hours in the pool. I'm literally like a fucking dead person now. What do they call them? Floaters? No, what do they call them? When you've been a dead body in the river for a month? That's me. Anyway.
Yes, you're a floater.
Floater.
And a
you're
bloater.
a raisin.
And a bloater. But that I'm bloater.
Bloater. Even better. That's funny.
So yeah, so Jim was there and he left at around 9:15. So we should get him at around 1:45.
Tomorrow, 6 p.m. Right.
No, he'll check in. He has to put the kids to bed, whatever.
He texted me. He told me that your phone was dead and that he was an hour and a half away to get home. And I'm like,
I thought it was the other way around.
What do you mean?
Right. Yeah. You had inverted them. And then Steve, you thought you were going to be asleep, which I'm like, that's fine. Hey, I'm up all night. No problem.
I thought this was going at midnight or something.
Yeah, no.
I told Jim because before we left my house to go to my sister, I go, Jim, my phone's dead. I'm going to plug it, but warn the guys what's going on. You know that it's going to be a later night. Yeah, okay. An hour later, did you tell them? Oh, I forgot. Okay, I'll do it. Okay. 20 minutes later, Jim, did you tell them? Oh, fuck, I forgot.
Well, I sent the bat signal, and he answered right away, and he says, "Oh yeah, I'm on the road. I'll be home in 4 days." Okay, no problem. I'll keep the live feed going. In case neither of you heard, we are live. Just saying.
Gentlemen, how are you? How's the week going?
Very good. No complaints. I'm moving to the truck right after I get some wine.
Steve,
I got a car.
This week, right?
You got a car? What'd you get?
Yeah, I got a car.
You got that Honda?
I'll show it to you right now.
Put it on
If you can see it through the light, it's over here. I can park it in the driveway now. I don't know. Where is it? Over here?
Dark.
Yeah, it is dark. And I hear the fireworks. There it is.
Just make sure you take a shot of the address so all the thieves can come to your house. We can't see what it is. Oh, wait.
Figure it out.
Maybe by the mags I can tell. It's a 2-door.
Nice.
It's a 2-door. I can sleep in it.
So it's an Accord. It is the Accord.
No, it's a Civic.
Oh, it's a Civic.
Yeah.
You can't tell. You really can't tell in the dark. It looks like it's black.
It is black.
Very nice. Congratulations.
Thank you. It was a good deal actually. I picked it up this week on Thursday. It's a 2002 Accord with a 2002 Civic special edition, fully loaded, sunroof, everything. I picked it up for $2,000. It's only got 185,000. The girl who owned it, she had it for 14 years. She took care of it, rust-proofed it, and everything. She told me the only thing you got to do is put some Freon in the air conditioner, and there's a little pierce in the muffler. That's about it.
Perfect, man.
Yep. It's
Nice.
all right.
The 2-liter or 1.6?
Those were. It fits a Honda, and like just a regular Honda Civic. It's a 1.6. If it's an SI, it's a 1.7, like the Acura.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I got. The 1.7. She rides pretty good. I wish it was a manual, but you know, good. But it's really comfortable inside. It's very clean. So now I'm getting a lot of bitches going, you're going to take care of this car, aren't you? Because it looks really good. My mother really likes the car. She wants to ride in it. So
cool.
She never liked the cars I had, but this one she really liked it. So I said, all right, I'll take care of it.
Congrats, amigo.
Hold on a second. I got to go check something. I just keep hearing not.
I need a new ride, man. The other car that Tercel was like,
It was dying.
No, it's not dying. We're gonna use it as a delivery car. I gave it back to Sergio. You're gonna use it as a delivery car. He's gonna fix it up because it has a big oil leak in the power steering pump. So
Right.
it's like, and besides, it's not a really great
flat.
ride. You know, It's rusting to shit and everything. And I was like, well, I need something for me now. You know, and I don't want to go and finance anything. Even though I went to Luciani like 2 weeks ago, I could put you in a Porsche. I could put you in fuck you, man. Fuck off. I don't want no payments. I don't want any of this shit. No insurance, hikes, nothing. As a matter of fact, I insured it 2 ways for like $400. You know, free towing, courtesy car, and everything. So I'm like, perfect. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna fix up the touch-ups on it. I'm gonna do some because I can do some body work on it. I'm gonna do some body work. You know, because just on the fenders, there's a bit of rust, and I'm going to do some touch-ups and shit like that, make it, you know, look good again. It looks good now, but it's in the daylight. You can see the shit.
And so no kidding. Look at my truck. My truck is the same crap.
Yeah, you know, it's a nice car. It's a special edition. It's called a Veloce. It had its own little name. It's written in red in the back over there. It's like it's a nice little car. So you know what? I'm gonna invest, you know, $500, get it fixed up.
Very important question, Steve. What color?
It's black.
It looked better in the shade.
Yeah.
What would you say it was called? Verbose? That's good for you, yeah.
Verbose. I like looking over to the right when you say that. Anyway, I'm happy I got a new fucking set of wheels.
Yeah, congrats,
Came
bro.
with summer tires. I'm getting some mags for that next year.
Hey,
so I got a car to...
Steve, if Jim's not here, I'm sorry, you get that title.
That's fine. It's all right. As long, hey guys,
you're the original lyricist of the band, bro. You need to be verbose. It's you.
Exactly.
As
it's a compliment.
Are we?
Yeah. As long as my internet connection does not cut off like it did last week, which pissed me fucking off, man, because we were just getting into it. We're just starting.
Steve, last week it was fucked on all sides. Paul had to go reboot T-Boo Vision twice, 3 times. Yeah. We had all kinds of problems.
Because I lost my LTE as well. I lost the LTE. That's what I lost.
So that's
when this happened, they told me that you have overage minutes. So big deal. I pay every fucking month. Just charge me. I don't give a shit. You know? And I pressed again, and I tried contacting you guys 3 other times. And then it's like I didn't want to know anything. So I said, all right, fine. I'll just go to bed. I guess that must be a message or something, you know?
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, technical difficulties, go to bed. That's it.
It's okay.
When that shit starts,
Paulie, what's going on with you, man?
All good, man.
Yeah.
All good.
What's going on with you, man?
We're live.
So, even though we're live, I'll give you the candid version is that there is some big changes in our familia. Mm-hmm. So I'll text you with the details shortly, but I think you get the gist from our green room. Kind of know what's happening, and if you don't, I'll text it to you in plain English very soon. But,
cool, got it.
Yeah, I know you got it. So, but it's very amicable and respectful. Absolutely, good. Like we're gonna be poster children for the best version of this ever, and the kids, whatever, it is what it is. Yeah. Life goes on, and as I've been saying to all of you guys in the green room and online in general, I'm very thankful for the Soulmason project because it keeps me focused, keeps me motivated. I love what you guys are all about, and it helps me stay centered, really, really big time. It's helped me a lot. I'm on vacation this week, which is great, so I get a chance to make some fixes in the house in preparation for the big sell.
Why were you running in this heat?
Yeah, I know. It's fucked up, eh? It's kind of
we're gonna die.
It's kind of like a root for punishment, but at the same time, it's when you start. Like I remember when I started and I couldn't walk 1 kilometer, and I would never go out in the rain or too hot or too cold. I would stay home, but you get to this point where you do it often enough and your body's like, whatever, doesn't matter. And I'm there now. And so it doesn't matter the temperature outside or the weather outside. It's right now, the kids are busy. It's time to go for a run. So go. 29 degrees. Well, whatever. So yeah. You do a slow 8 kilometers instead of a fast 8 kilometers. You know? And it was good. It was really good. It's about slowly beating the shit out of your body into submission. To let it know who's in fucking charge. Takes a long time, man.
Because of all the time I lost that I couldn't walk, which basically almost dragged me to 3 months, I started my bike this week.
But you're missing it, right? Your body misses it, I bet.
Right away. I feel it like I gained like 5-10 pounds.
Even the top athletes, when they take a break and they go on vacation and they have 5 drinks instead of 3 and they don't do any push-ups 5 times a day, they always feel the same. Like their body is reticent and doesn't want to be as performant as it used to be.
Yeah.
Everybody feels it. So whether you're used to walking for a second or running for 21K, you come back, it's harder, no matter what. But it doesn't take long. Because you used to walk so much, and in cold weather and all of that, and all these different conditions, you're gonna come back to it like this, man.
No, but I started the bike. I started taking my bike a bit at a time. Okay, I'm gonna do the same route I used to walk. That should be easy. Yeah. Right. My route walking was up a 700 meter hill. I I didn't get up 100 meters. I'm going to die. Turn around. Go somewhere else. I'm going to die.
So if you're on flat and there's no wind, the rule is if you walk 1 kilometer, you should be able to expend the same energy and bike 3 kilometers. If there's no wind and it's flat. But if there's wind in your face and you're like this, it's 1-to-1. It's 1-to-1.
1-to-1. So I go, okay, I'll do a different route and I'll pile on, right, to start, because I got my legs got to get used to it because it's different than walking, right? Totally different motion. My ass. So I'm doing about 15 minutes and I'm getting like almost 3 kilometers in those 15 minutes.
Fucking A, man. That's awesome. That is fucking awesome. Good for you, bro. What kind of bike you got?
TCM, some shit old thing. It's 25 years old.
Yeah. You know, I mean, I used to have a 10-speed, and it was a very heavy bike, and I used to bike around it all the time. Now I got a fancy bike, and it just, yes, it's easier, but it doesn't matter. If you're doing, you know, anywhere under 5K, it doesn't really matter. You could be on a mountain bike or whatever, as long as you get through the motion. Get your ass accustomed to sitting on a seat. Oh, that hurts.
Yeah. I guess you could say it's like a mountain bike because it's like a straight handle, but it doesn't have no shocks. It's just a cheap fucking bike. It's nothing.
Oh, it's a hybrid. It's a hybrid bike. It's great. It's actually better because you can go on the side of the road a little bit. You can go down big trails and bumps and shit. The little tiny tires like Liz and I are using. You got to be careful where you ride. You don't go to Machine.
No,
don't go to Hudson.
I would never go on a fucking long distance touring bike with the tiny tires. No fucking way.
Skyler rides all the time.
Never say never. Never say never.
Skyler rides all the time, and it's like he bought a car over a month ago, and he spent $600, but he decided to finance a bike for $2,000 and pays $179 a month. It's got the big, thick tires, and he goes mountain biking all the time.
I love those bikes.
He's a very athletic guy. He'll never leave that. You know, it all comes up to what he does. He works at Sport Expert. He fixes bikes for people. He does it on the side. You know, for some people who have these really expensive bikes, he goes and repair them, whatever. But that's what he's into. That's what he does, and he loves to ride his bike. That's it. That's what he loves to do. He loves to swim, ride his bike, play hockey. That's what he does.
I was checking up on those bikes, and I think I read that they don't have any speeds, right? It's a single, like the old bikes that we had as kids.
Yeah, but there's something, I don't know what it is. There's some kind of selection switch on it that, you know, like allows you to ride up a hill, whatever, without really feeling the, that push and everything. There's push, but not as much as you would even on a 10-speed bike.
Okay,
that's where he went for the bike, you know.
For $2,000, it ought to fucking stick a probe up your ass and give you an orgasm if you're going.
Guys, the bikes that we had when we were growing up is not the same as the bikes they have today, man.
No, exactly.
It's fucked up.
You should have seen my reaction when he told me I was in his car. He wanted to drive me around in his car, and I go, well, I bought the car and everything, but now I got a bike and I financed it for $179 a month. It's like, I paid $2,000. I said, what?
Yeah.
You bought a car for $600, but you paid a bike $1,000. Yeah, you got to hear about this bike. This bike really.
You know what? I'm not surprised, man. I'm not surprised. It's crazy. The bikes go 100, 200, $2,000. That's it. It's like there's no in between.
No, there isn't. It's got those
so
big flat tires, and he's got the athleticism to manipulate that bike. It's not like he's a slob or something like that.
No, is he on Strava? There's an app called Strava, which is all about runners, bikers, and all that shit. Ask him if
I'd have to ask him.
Ask him and ask if he minds if I follow him on Strava. Because
I'll ask him when he's got time, because tomorrow's got a big date tomorrow with another chick. So. I don't
want to interrupt with the dates. I just want to follow him on Strava.
I'll find out. I'll find out when he calls me back and says, "Dad, take me over to Dunn's for a smoked meat." I said, "Fine, no problem. We'll discuss. I'll keep it in mind, Paul. I'm gonna say Paul wants to know if this and this and that. And guys, if we do jam again, Could Skyler come by?
What the fuck is wrong with you? If?
Yeah, could Skyler come by? He's going to bring his guitar and jam with us.
Shut the fuck up.
He's going to come by with his guitar and jam with us.
Book it. Thursday, I'm there with you. Thursday night. Book it.
It's booked. When we get together as a band there, inviting him over
to piss off the He's going to get the Escaboa. Come on. Oh, God.
What?
He has no idea. He has no idea what we sound like because he's never heard anything. But you know what? Because of that, I'd love to bring him into a live jam with us.
Who?
That would be cool.
Skyler. He never heard
his son. He's going to bring his son to the jam, bro.
He plays guitar.
Of course he does.
I don't remember.
You should see him play Stairway to Heaven.
Really? Cool.
Well, he learned classical guitar in high school. And then I went to buy him another guitar a few years ago. And he says, listen to this. He picked up an acoustic guitar. I don't know, like one of these $1,000 guitars. Picks it up. I want to play it. And he shows me Stairway to Heaven. I go, okay, that's cool. I said, good. So I brought him over once to jam with George and Phil when I was with Deacon George. And we had a blast. He was just trying to catch up with George. That's all he was trying to do. Like, how does he do that? You know, because that's a different guitar style, all in its own. You know, but
the George style is a style on its own. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Just
that is going to be a fucking blast. I can't wait to have him over, man. That's going to be so much fun.
You know what? Deacon is playing with the guys at the Mad Monk on the 7th of September. I got an invite. You know what? We should go, man. We should go check that out. And in answer to your question for McCartney, when's the date?
You can forget about it. They sold out
canceled.
in 19 minutes. Sold out in 19 minutes. My sister.
So your sister tried to get the tickets, and I thought she got the tickets.
No, because she's part of the Evenco fan club, Paul McCartney fan club. Because they didn't release how many tickets they were selling, in a shot. If it's 2, 4, or 6, nobody knew. Nobody knew the prices. Nobody knew nothing. Right. She found out the day before she could get 6. On the day they went on sale, she couldn't even get 1. She was trying to get, okay, I'll take 1 in the reds, 1 in the blues, 1 in the whites, 1 on the floor, 1 in the nose.
Yeah, cool. She goes. That's all right. That's cool.
19 minutes, they were gone. And Quebec City tried that too. Forget it.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I mean,
no, I'm not surprised either.
Yeah, but that's
every single time that he's ever played close, Toronto, whatever, forget it. Gone.
When I read the message, I said, for real? She got 6 tickets? I'll let you know. I'll let you know soon. And now I got the answer.
and it was all around in that 150 range. 150, 160.
Yeah. That's not so bad.
You know what? I mean,
average.
Excellent fucking text, man. I was in right away. I'm like, yes, absolutely. I knew we would all be in. But, that's the thing. Try and get a ticket.
My sister has a knack, man, in the old days with the phone to see fucking get through right away. And she got through. She did get through. But, sorry.
Yeah. By the way, sorry to interrupt, but I just got I don't know if you saw it. There was a message from Jim. He says he just pulled in. He's putting the kid to bed, and he's going to check in as soon as he can. So he'll probably be on in a couple of minutes. I'm monitoring the chat. There is no chat because everyone's just watching, waiting for the good shit to start. So somebody get naked or fucking whip it out. I don't know. Do something. We got to fucking provoke the audience.
Okay, well, Steve, you missed out on this, okay? Okay, let's get into business. What I was talking about before, I had an idea of doing, I want to change the world. I'd love to change the world. You didn't release anything yesterday.
No, I didn't. So in keeping with this whole idea, Steve, what you're asking about, what's happening, which you know what's happening, but because of that situation, things are a little bit delayed. Plus, I'm on vacation this week, so I'm like, fuck the schedule. I'm very lazy. I spent a lot of today reevaluating my mental state and being at peace with a lot of stuff. Let's just say, sorry to hijack your thread, Enzo, but basically I've spent the past 2 or 3 years growing some anger, animosity, and basically in around 3 days, whew, brought it all back down. I'm very much at peace. I'm a happy man, and it's made me think about a lot of stuff. All very positive. All of it very positive. Your video today, by the way, ends with you and Jim. Fucking perfect timing. I came back from a nice run. As you can imagine, any kind of physical activity is very liberating. You go out, you bust a sweat, you come back, you feel... And Liz and I are in a better place than we've ever been in our life, if you can imagine that. Even though we're going, our own ways, we're better than we've ever been because we're finally being honest and happy about, not happy, but honest about what's going on.
That's important.
It was a great day. One of the best days I've had probably in years, for me, selfishly. And so seeing the video of you and Jim ends was awesome. And I sort of redesigned the channel structure because, as you guys know, I got 1,500 channels, and I'm getting all of them more sort of like the focus used to be like this. It's more refined. The cooking is this. The music is this. And Soulmasons has a bigger place. And my own music has a bigger place because music is so fucking important. So it's just like I don't mind being late or different with a couple of my channels because things are changing. Everything is changing for me, and it's all going in the right direction. It's all very positive. It's fucking amazing positive. So yeah, I did. There was a couple of things I didn't do today that I would have normally done in the schedule, and yesterday, and I'm like, you know what? Big smile on my face, and I don't care because I know what's to come is so much better. So much better. The quality is going to be fucking there. Soulmasons included. And that's the huge thing about what I want to take away with this is that I can't wait to dig into that fucking Soulmason steak. It's going to be arraché, le style gras, et la viande tout en même temps. I'm going to take a big ass bite out of this fucking opportunity that we all have. It's going to be awesome.
Okay, so on that note, I was accused of the latest riff that I posted of how did Jim call it? That's fucking caca. It sounds like Kiss.
Yeah, that's the way shit goes sometimes. We accuse each other of ripping others off every once in a while.
I go, it's not even worthy of being called a rip-off. He goes, it just sounds like Kiss. It's fucking horrible. Stop doing it.
You know, Kiss made a pretty good living. It's okay. Rip them off. Rip off anybody that made a fucking successful living. It's all good.
But that's the video he's talking about is the one with me on the Les Paul where I'm doing, again, Take It As It Comes, and I put in the change that I came up with on acoustic, and then I came up with that pull-off, hammer-on weird thing that I was doing.
Yep.
And I'm like, in my head, this screams some unreleased bad Jimmy Page demo from the 70s. In my head, I can hear it. The Les Paul's in
more like Guns N' Roses.
No, Steve.
Oh, interesting.
Take It As It Comes is a Guns N' Roses song.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Now, maybe. But that little lick was like, I love it. It's so cheesy. You know when something's so bad, it's good. And
yep.
Yeah, but only
exactly
you can do that.
About,
only you. You're the original classic. You know, if we could brand you for doing that, we'd be millionaires.
Listen, today me and Jim talked about it. I said, you're never going to hear this song the same way again. He goes, what are you talking about? Because we're talking about rip-offs, right? I go, Coldplay ripped me off. What the fuck are you talking about? So you know the song, yeah. You remember the first song I ever wrote? He's like, which one? Now you know I want to be a rock and roll star. He starts bursting of laughter. Holy fuck, you're right. It's exactly the same. And I didn't even know how to play open chords yet. This is how retarded that song is. And the melody is exactly the same. It's hilarious.
Amazing. I have always been a massive fucking fan of how we're kind of like, I don't know what's the fucking metaphor I'm going to use here? It's like, it's a crazy Tetris experiment, what we do. Sometimes it just blows my mind, like these off-tempo, weird, psychedelic fucking contraptions of conversations that lead to this fucking straight, bold line of awesomeness. it just pow, bang. It's like, there it is. That's it. That's what we're doing. And then we take that, like, hold on. Let's refragment this bitch. Pow! And it's this boom. It's this way now. Fucked up.
So, going back full circle, what you missed out on, Steve, is when I texted Paul with the idea if I'd love to change the world, that it would be a cool song for me and Jim. Here he is.
Yeah, the Jim. Jim. Hola, Jimbo Jim.
Hey.
Jim is organizing.
The hell
Ray, turn off the lights. We're all in the dark. It's too bright. It's too bright.
I was going to say, I'm going to turn this shit
turn it
down.
off.
Fuck, I can't get him. Why can't I get him?
You gotta pop his face. Hit his face. There we go.
Hey.
Hello, Jim.
Hola.
You've been driving for 3 hours.
Yeah.
You made it, bro.
It seems pretty long, but I made it. Other than almost ramming a cop in the ass, I was going so fast, you know.
Wait a second. You said cop. Cop.
Yes, the popo.
Right? Okay, cop. Good.
Yeah.
As long as we're cool.
What are you gonna do?
Popo.
The old fuzzaroo. Yeah, I was driving.
You didn't get in trouble, I hope.
No. I made out the sort of shapes and lines. I'm driving behind him, and I backed off. I'm like, is that the fuzz? Yeah, and it was like an big SUV, and I'm like, And I keep seeing it looks like 1-800. I go, well, that can't be the cops, right? It's got to be 911. And then sure enough, there was finally a street light because I'm driving through the sticks and there's no lights, right?
Right.
And then I see police. Whoa, okay, hang in there. Whoa. And they pulled off at Eastman, and then I started hauling ass again. I mean, when I slowed down behind him, I slowed down to about 120. Right? So, yeah, he was doing 120, and I was keeping my distance, you know. But
Fuck did I do?
As long as he was in front of you, that's all good.
yeah, exactly. That's it, you know. So yeah, it's in the dark. I mean, I've had them where I did that once before, and the guy was in his mirror, kind of going, "Whoa, back off, buddy."
On se calme, pompon. On se calme. Enzo, hit your camera button, buddy.
I'm trying. I don't know. I'm not getting this for some reason.
You gotta hit the screen somewhere near the top middle, so there's no you're not pressing buttons, and then you'll see a menu on the bottom. One of them is a camera. They all got to be lit. The camera has to be lit.
Yeah, I just can't get. No.
My lord.
You see me. I know you see me.
If no, we don't see you.
Now we see EL. No.
Just play Mozart and A at the bottom, and you'll hit a camera somewhere.
Look, if you want it to be naked, it's okay, bro. You just have to say so and warn us. Give us a 2-minute warning. That's all we're asking.
Right. Oh.
He's putting on a costume, right? That's what he's doing.
No.
Or he's taking it off.
Right.
No one wants that.
He's taking off his Enzo skin.
Oh God, I don't know.
Hey, you got me now?
No.
No, we don't see. We hear you, but we don't see you.
Oh dear. I apologize for being late, gentlemen.
Jim, better late
Enzo's,
than never, amigo. Justin.
it's Enzo's sister's fault.
Right.
She had good cake.
Party?
What the hell?
What?
Crap. Enzo.
Oh boy.
That was
The
weird.
hell? Enzo, why do I
Took a
see
picture of you.
I see a picture of me in your box, Enz. What the hell?
He took a picture of you.
Really?
Oh, Enzo Lucia left. He's coming back.
That's a little disturbing.
He'll find his way.
He'll sort it
After
out.
that swig of JD.
Yeah. So
Exactly.
So yeah, no, it was Michael's birthday, and Aiden was invited to go to one of these. Oh jeez. Enz, what kind of crap did you bring back with you?
Now what?
But he is. Oh no. Okay, you're good. So yeah, so it was one of these hoppy bouncy.
Yeah, we see you now, bro.
There we go.
Sorry. I guess my fingers are too fat.
Pas de problème.
Okay. So no, Jim got lost coming here. He didn't get lost going home.
Motherfucker. Holy Jesus. I can't say enough how much I hate the South Shore. I always...
Oh, get off me! You're crushing my smoke!
Yeah, you're damn right. 12 pounds of goddamn South Shore in a 10-pound bag. Fuck. Anyway. Unbelievable.
Here's to your 10-pound bag, guy.
Yeah.
Jim, what was the quote today?
Which one?
The Trump quote from Scotland.
Oh, fuck. We're gonna
get Paul to do it with the Scottish accent.
Take your tiny hands, orange face. What the hell? Something, you dirty cunt. Whatever. Anyway.
Well, it was,
we don't want you, you tiny.
We don't want you and your fucking small hands, you orange face punk.
That's hilarious. I'm such a fan of the Brits, man.
England and in Scotland, right? So somebody has on calf to see what that's putting on it in Scotland. Only in Scotland.
Can you picture old Doogie saying this, right?
Oh, yeah.
Your tiny orange hands, your tiny hands in your orange-headed, or it was something, I forget what exactly it was, but it was rich. Anyway, I was like, yeah. Goody.
Let me backtrack.
What? Who? What happened to Steve?
He's miffed by the flushing.
Steve, we said dark, not black.
He dropped the phone in the crapper, didn't he?
Yeah, he flushed it down, man. It's it. It's all done.
Some crocodile fucking great.
Hey!
Walk in the dark.
Next thing you know, be.
And the Soulmason said, "Let there be, light me up."
All right.
Barreling
That
down
goes for a glass of wine.
in the bowels of Montreal.
Now this motherfucker's leaving the page.
Swinging by a floater, yeah. Oh, God have mercy.
Fuck it.
Anyway, it's been an interesting day. Oh, there he is.
Enzo, why we're not selling concert tickets, I don't know.
I was doing the scene from Flashdance with the water, no?
Yeah. Hans, we don't want to see your unitard or whatever you may be wearing there.
No.
Whatever you call those things.
If I got to see him in that, it's abort life now.
Pull the plug.
Hey, you never heard the rumor about John Lord when he used to record? He wouldn't wear anything underneath when he's sitting at the keyboards? Well, when I do this show, I don't wear it.
You're not going to wear what? Pants, a top? Your prosthetic limb? I don't know.
Nuts sausage.
So what are you saying? The Leslie was... John Lord's Leslie was going, yeah, and he's getting a little bit of a extra kind of
Yay. Well, okay, all right. Back to business, right?
Back to business.
Fire away.
Steve, I sent Paul a text about I love to change the world.
Yes.
Now, Paul answered me back, cool, fucking cool, but how about we do it as the Soulmasons and we put it on our channel instead? So, this is the first you're hearing of it, Steve, maybe.
Oh, excuse me, pardon.
And
what the hell was that?
Tell you,
That was some kind of rap thing where people go like
this.
Yeah. Where's their
gang signs,
balls?
I actually learned it.
Or you can dab, whatever the hell that is.
Here it is, live.
I never actually learned this song before. So,
But you talked about it a lot.
yeah, we never did it. So, what do you think, Steve? We're pitching the ball to you because the three of us are aware of it. So,
what?
Well, we could do that. And if it sounds right, it goes.
But here.
Oh, Hans is frozen. Are we doing the Philip Sace version?
I don't think they've heard that. Poor network connection. Blow my nutsack.
I heard the blow my nutsack.
You heard that?
Hands. Take it easy with the Tourette's there.
That's when the fucking room goes silent and the punchline comes out. And the rabbi said, "Fuck you too." Why is everyone looking at me? The fuck?
I've got beard. You're looking at me.
We're silent. Yeah. All right. So Enzo dropped a mini bomb. I'm gonna just throw a curveball bomb. The idea of doing a cover song acoustically in any respect. P.S. What you guys did on the back patio today. Good video. Thank you very much. Made my day. This concept, all right, for me, comes from a little bit of evolution of my channel, my Thibault channel, saying, how can I get more attention, more attraction? And so it comes from, the admission that I'm an original artist. I want to do all my stuff, but covers are good. Covers are good, unfortunately, for traction, right? To get traction online. And so I started this thing. And Enzo, you were there in a fucking heart. Boom! A Beatles video. And I answered immediately. A couple of others followed along.
I'm working on it, Paul. Enzo's my witness.
But Jim, it gets better. It gets better because to me, it's like I'd rather fart in public and see what happens than do it privately and figure it out to be perfect until I actually, release it, right? I'd rather fuck up online than do it in private for 17 years. The cover song Fridays is gonna continue, but I've kind of made a decision with the Thibault channel that I'm gonna do a cover song Friday every week, and I'm gonna do it a little bit better quality. I'm not gonna just do me playing in my garage. I'm gonna fucking record, maybe 2 or 3, whatever, like one cam on top of the guitar fret, one cam me hitting a pot, and me the vocal like a weird angle. It's gonna be a little bit more fucked up and a little bit more polished musically. Let's just say that. Visually, it's gonna be weird because it doesn't matter the visual at this point. But audio, it's going to be like 3 or 4 tracks.
Okay.
I'm going to mix. That's going to be the weekly thing. And so when you proposed what you did, Enz, I'm like, yeah. And this is all going through my head at this time, right? I'm thinking, the Thibault song Fridays is going to change. You guys don't know this, but it was a good beginning. But it's going to evolve because I think that the quality of the audio needs to be better. And it could be acoustic. It could be fucking banging on a rock for all I care, but it's going to be a very well recorded banging on a rock, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so the idea, what I saw you do today, Enzo and Jim, where you had Enz, you way in the back, you replicated the Motown recording, put the loud guy in the back, the lead guy in the front, the backup vocal here, the one with the loud voice back. I get it. I totally get it. Because you got one little mic, that fucking screen. And so why are we battling with that? Let's make the video be irrespective of that. Let's just do the video that looks cool. Enz and Jim in one cam if you want, or in separate cams. I don't care. But for guys like us who are more recording savvy, it doesn't have to be in a DAW. It just has to be decent. We could do whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah.
So all of that, I'm sorry for the long story, but the Thibault version of that's where that's going. Okay. Why don't we do that with Soulmasons? Because Soulmasons is completely free. You're not fettered by any of the constraints and the restrictions that I have with Thibault. I've built up this sort of weird path that is snaking through fucking the grass. Soulmasons has no restrictions. Right now we have one person watching. It's probably me, Thibault Vision. So we got nothing to lose. We can do whatever the fuck we want. So I'm not proposing doing covers every week. All I'm saying is that if we do something to grab attention, let's pick whatever the fuck we want. And in keeping with this idea of here we are virtually in 4 different parts of the world, we could do that with our iPhones. We don't have to do it in the DAW. Jim, you don't have to buy any gear. You don't have to buy a software or anything like that. But we could do the tracks like this, headphones, just like Enz and I did for the Beatles song. It's the exact same thing, literally. We send a track to each other. And the next guy in line puts the track out of a laptop in the ear, records on the iPhone, right in front of the iPhone so that the sound is good. And send me those tracks or send Enzo those tracks, and we mix it. And it's EQ'd and a little bit of verb, whatever. You want 3 versions of the vocal? No problem. I'll record 3 tracks. You want doubled up Jim? You want Steve on bongos and whatever?
Drums, yeah.
So I don't want to complicate it, but I'm just saying it could be fucking crazy fun.
Yeah, it could be a little bit less, not less spontaneous, but more professional. It could sound
final state. It could sound really good. It could sound really good. And it doesn't have to be complicated. It could be acoustic. If we want to go acoustic, well, Steve's going to be banging on a what do you call those? The box there that you.
What the hell you call those things again?
Cajun.
The Cajun.
Right. Cajon.
Right?
And we can do whatever we want, but I don't want it to be like just because. Like, let's pick a song we all want to do. You know what I mean?
So
I'm in the dark here.
I'm in the dark.
So
couple of different changes there. What do you guys think?
When you texted that, that's the first thing that went through my head. Like, sound wise, I don't think me standing in front of Steve with an iPhone is gonna cut it. That's the first thing. I go, how are we gonna do this? We can't do that. So even me, I was like, we have to up the ante a little bit with that. Which I'm all for. I'm all for it, no problem. And I have some goofy ideas.
Well, but before you get some goofy ideas, but I was just thinking, because we were talking about it this afternoon a little bit. So for Steve, so what if, I mean, let's face it, acoustic guitar in front of the iPhone is going to cut it. And when you guys recorded at Steve's place,
it wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad, right? So depending on the volume, what you could do, I don't know, Steve, if you run your mics and I don't know how you'd kind of sync it. You record with the iPhone, you could.
Motherfucker, he looks like a vampire.
Seriously, that's not right. But I don't know. You record the iPhone and then you record live tracks into your DAW, and it all syncs up. You can sync it up, or you can mute the video and take the live audio tracks and.
Well, the first thing we would do, which we haven't done with Paul hasn't done, maybe a couple, but we didn't do. You would bring in the cover song onto the DAW and put an account in on it. That's the first thing you would do, because we would replicate. We wouldn't do our own version. We just copy it straight, Paul, I imagine, right? We want to still do it the same way, just follow it off, or
if you want. As soon as you take the original version of any song and you put it in the DAW, you could literally chop out verse 2, half the chorus, double the bridge. You could do whatever. It'll sound a little weird, but it doesn't matter because it's a guide track. It's a guide track in your ear, and you do whatever you want. When you did the Beatles, you basically had the original track in your ear, and you invented a count in for yourself, and I invented along with you to come in at the same time. And if you listen carefully to the first note, it's completely off.
Yeah,
but I'm at your rhythm, and I'm like, okay, then we're good. It's like we're in the same room. So I agree. We could put the original track of anything, but that's only for tempo.
Yeah.
Either of us could record the guide track of any song at a different tempo, at a different key. As soon as you're in a different key, fuck the original.
Exactly.
Somebody's recording a guide track, right? So, listen, I don't want it to be complicated. I just want to propose the idea that how do you guys feel about doing a cover, any cover, our style?
Why not?
Why not?
Cool.
That's the real question. Don't worry about how. If you're into it, what I'm proposing is that the tool that I'm about to use more frequently and in a more very, like, I want to fucking target. I want to do specific things for my own channel. Why don't we do that for the Soulmasons? I want to use the same tools, guys. I don't want it to be like one can benefit and the other can't. Like, we should be doing this, man. But I don't want it to, look, how many originals have we cranked out in the past 3 months? So I don't want it to replace the focus of what we're all about. It has to be, the originals are there, and we add on a little cover thing if we want, if we're into it. I don't want it to be like, oh, we're doing these covers all the time. We're a fucking cover band. No. We're not. You know? That can't be what happens. I would be like very sad. I would be very sad if we became cover centric.
It wouldn't be
any reason
for us. That's for sure.
It just, I don't know. That's the thing. Is that, like, it would be a fun add-on, but it would have to be quick and dirty. So I don't know. I just think that we need to. We have a little bit of a slowdown with the originals because of the technology. All of us are sort of getting used to it and sharing with each other. We got one in the can right now, right?
Yeah,
just sort of kicking around.
I have notes on that later.
Fire away. Let's do that. Let's finish the cover thing. Let's talk about that.
Okay, I worked on it. I have a couple of little changes I'd like to do and try, but I think it screws up the tempo. Not the tempo. I think it screws up the timing. So I have to sit with it again and play it because I tried a couple of. The only thing I changed, like you'll know, Paul, the chorus part, right? You're doing the D, F, G, D, F, D, G, F. It's like the solo part, right?
Right.
So I threw back in my F, C. It's in the same tempo, but I variated the two of them to break them up.
Good.
So I do one FC and then one GF. One FC and one GF. So that's one thing I did.
Perfect.
Just to hear how it would sound. And on what I'm trying to play with is where you do the two FGs, you do two in a row.
Yeah.
I kind of slipped in a 3-chord barrage to sort of break it up. I don't know if it works yet. I'm going to record it.
I love it.
See what you think. That's
perfect.
And
so I've got the original project. It's there. It's ready to go. All I have to literally do, I'm just going to listen to whatever. You could even do pieces. You don't have to do the whole song. You just say, Paul, we're doing it from whatever, verse 2, chorus 3, whatever you want. And you say, boom, and you just play it. It doesn't even have to be on tempo or anything like that. Like you normally do your Facebook videos. Paul, halfway through verse 2, and then I'll get it. I'll redo the guide, expand, contract, delete, whatever. Redo guide.
No, because you know what it is?
Resend it to you.
You know what I heard? What I realized when I was playing the electric there. Remember the video I posted? I was playing along to you singing with the electric.
Yeah.
Your guitar rhythm, which I was playing with, because you're singing along. Your melody, your singing melody is the same as the guitar melody. Right? You're singing along with it. You're not singing over it. So I was like, okay, wait a second. How can I vary it just a little bit? So, unless we want to totally lock it to that.
No, it's the last thing I wanted to do. In fact, the thing that was most worried about when I recorded that guitar guide was that it would become this stylistic guide. And I don't want that. I really just wanted it to be, because, for instance, when Jim, you played along with the file that I put on Facebook, without a DAW, without a tempo track, and you were saying that you had a hard time with getting the rhythm, right?
Well, I didn't spend like 6 hours on it. I mean,
no, but the thing is, it's
I got too excited and just decided I want to wail away with it. That was the difference.
When you listen to it, there's some old recordings from the 80s, 90s that the intro is all fucked up. It's weird. He's like, what are they playing? Like, I'm talking about old Showm FM, classic rock 80s, that the intro is weird. There's this odd syncopation, and you have a hard time finding the rhythm until the drums come in, because they're all listening to the fucking click track. They know exactly what's going on. But you, as a listener, like, you're left like with this weird feeling. And I'm sure the producer says, oh, leave it in. It's fucking cool because it's confusing, you know? And that's what we're suffering from, is that when you don't have the click, or Steve, even better, it's kind of like, you can play in the off rhythms a little bit with one guitar, and it fucks up everybody else because you don't know that you're screwing everybody up. That's what I think you're going to suffer from without having the DAW and the click.
Right.
So what I was worried about by recording a guitar track, only one so far in this guide, it's altering Enzo's original idea automatically because it's me playing it, and it doesn't have any benefit of rhythm as far as like a drum or a click, especially for you, Jim, because you're not listening to that. So the best thing I can think of, that's why I was suggesting that, first of all, we got to get this, like what you're talking about, Enz, we got to get the idea sorted out. So an extra 2 bars here, minus this, expand, whatever. We got to work that out. Absolutely. We could take fucking 6 months for all they care, because it's got to be cool. And then I think, I don't know if it's going to be you, Enz, first that redoes the guide guitar on tempo. Because I saw that video. It was perfect. It was right on. You're there. Like, that was without much practice. I'm sure you just did it off the cuff, you know?
Well, once I figured out, like, okay, because you threw me in a few places. Oh, he goes back. Okay. Oh, you're using, like, you use different parts of the song for, you know, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. That's cool. That's, you know, it makes it. I'm trying to catch them.
But it's all just a suggestion. And then for you to say, fuck you. You could literally take the same track, like, you've got it. I saw it. It's in your DAW. And you re-record it. And you send it back to me, man. You know? Like, that's where we got to be comfortable. It's not an insult. It's just, no, let's get the song down. We got to get Steve a final guide. That's basically it. A final guitar guide is going to allow me to do a final vocal guide. But with those two, like, mute the bass, because it's very misleading. I find it relies heavily on the current guide of the guitar.
No, actually, yeah, it does. But I played along with the bass. I took out the guitar and played along with the bass. Because I honestly, what you did in the little interlude, that is cool.
Okay, for the arpeggio, I get it. That's cool, but that's just fun because there's nothing. You know, I can do whatever the fuck I want. And even Steve, it's all cymbals there. But for the rest of the rhythm, the stuff that's very structured, that's where you and I got to be. Yeah, it's okay. Walk all over that shit that I sent you and send it back. But we got to do that 5 more times.
Yes.
And when that's done, and there's no emotion to it. It's just, let's just get the song finished, and then we can send it to Steve. Then he's gonna go, yeah, okay, I get it. And Steve, you may request a bass track, or not. You may say, no, you know what, Paul? Here, I'm going to give you the drums first, bass up on that. I would love to hear your kick drum, you know, to do the bass first. That would be fucking amazing, man. Because if I hear you doing triplets, or I doing singles every second bar, like, I'm going to change the bass line. I will totally change the bass line. And even that, like what I'm talking about with Enz and I doing the rhythm guitar guide, you and I are going to do the backbone guide. We may need to come back a couple of times. We may tell Enz, sorry, Enz, Steve and I came up with a different thing. We added 2 bars, or we removed 1 beat after the 3rd verse because we want to do a punch. We'll do an individual FaceTime, you and I, Steve, just to say, yeah, let's talk about it. Let's figure it out.
Well, actually, I was listening more to the guitar guide than anything else on that one. That gives me a lot more formation on the guitar, because the bass, you're playing along with the guitar, and I heard the bass line and everything. I said, I need the guitar. I need the guitar to give me the guide, and then the bass can come in. You can listen to the beat, you can play along with it and everything, and it'll change what you perceive, because I'm playing it now. For every time you guys are playing on a track and it's guitar and then listening to it, then you're gonna listen to the drum beat based on the rhythm track, and then that's gonna change a lot of stuff. Because I'm gonna listen.
That's how we do it.
Yeah. Sure. The only thing is now, I have to convert that file because I can't get it into Ableton unless it's a different conversion. It only accepts a couple of things because it doesn't have the feature of importing. It only has the exporting. But what you can do is you could just drag. If you reduce the screen and you drag a track into it, it'll take it, but it has to be a specific type.
So you tell us what you need. You tell us the baud rate or whatever. There's a bit rate, and there's a resolution. It's either 48 or 96 or 44.1. Okay, so we'll export. We'll export in that.
Yeah, you can change the export parameters of whatever the way you record it, and then you spit it out, export it in a certain file type with various parameters. So that Steve can receive it the way he needs it?
100%. All of that stuff is completely, it's a factor of that. There's a whole screen of all of the settings, and if it's an MP3 or a WAV or a QBase, QuickTime or whatever, all that shit, and we can export however we want. But the thing is, Steve, what would be cool for you is once Enzo and I have figured out getting that main structure down, and it could still change. Jim, you might come around and say, you know what? Fuck off, man. Give me twice as long in the lead. I need some space here. I want room. Fuck him, he says. So it'll be this round table thing that we may need to. It's all guide tracks, so it doesn't matter. You could make a cut, a very harsh cut. You're in the middle of a snare hit, or even worse, a crash, and it'll stop. It'll suddenly become this continuation of the rhythm. It doesn't matter. All of it is in this folder called guide, and then the guide track, which is rough, with a vocal and a bass and a rhythm guitar and a lead and maybe a second rhythm guitar and a backup vocal and who knows, it's exported finally as this one stereo track that Enzo's gonna fuck around with, and we put that at the right beats per minute. Boom, that's the guide. Now we start recording tracks.
Steve, I have a question.
Yes.
So you can import that one. Did you manage to import the one I gave you for Lady in the Den?
I didn't try that one yet. I was working on the ones that Paul gave me from that one song because I wanted to work on it last week. But it did not happen because I had to find a way to convert it. But the thing is with Dropbox, it only works with the internet. And that's a problem. What I need is a track that you invent yourself from your own computer that I can get access to be able to send it and convert it into something so I can put it into Ableton. Because Ableton, you just drag the right whatever wave or whatever it is, and you put it and you just drag it in. It'll go into a track on its own. You just choose whatever track you want and you put it in. It doesn't import stuff like Sonar had import and export. You can import something. It may not sound amazing, which doesn't matter, but you could do it. But with Ableton, it's like it wants you to bring in something that sounds exactly like how it sounds from where from the source it comes from, and it cannot come from the internet. It cannot come. It has to come from an actual.
What if you try? No. What if you try this? You have to download the file from Dropbox, save it on your PC, and then copy paste it into Ableton.
Oh.
I have to still convert the track.
There's
to convert it.
There's bound to be converters out there, Steve, like online. You can just drag and drop. There's converters for everything out there, man.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to get what I was watching on YouTube 2 weeks ago about how this girl, she was on a Mac. She was on a Mac doing it, and I saw the icon, and the icon just had a double musical note, and I'm trying to find out what that is, because it's not like PC. A Mac just has an icon, people recognize it, and you just drag it in and go. But with the PC, it's like there's so many different types. You have to know which one it is that goes in it. Now, according to them, it accepts a WAV file. However, it didn't accept the. I thought that it was a WAV file, and when I tried it and drag it in, it didn't work. And the thing is, I opened it up in Ableton, and Ableton just doesn't accept it because it opens up a different project. You go there, and it's not there. So I have to create that from scratch.
Okay, you already know I'm coming Thursday, so we'll play with
we'll work it out then. I'm glad you're coming by because I want you to work this with me so that I can just get it one time, and then every time we do this, I can just not worry about it because I already know.
Yeah. It's the startup. It's always that. It takes fucking 4 months, and then after, boom, it's like diarrhea.
Exactly. Once we all have this lexicon, we're working on the same format. We say, everybody, don't fucking do anything except 44.1, 28-bit, or whatever the fuck it is, and then we're all going to work on the same thing.
Because that's another thing. When we finally do go live for sale, Amazon, YouTube, whoever the fuck it is, iTunes, will not accept anything other than 44 and this and that because they have to convert it to an MP3. So if
it's going to be 44.1. That's it. That's all they're going to accept.
Exactly. So you have to be at a certain rate because if not, they give you the big finger and you just lost 90% of your target audience. So
the thing is, like, whatever we do internally, guys, we can sort it out. It's you can record. Every one of us can have like top end gear and record 128-bit and crazy kilohertz per second, all that, 186 or whatever the fuck it is, and still we can take that final product and squish it down to an MP3 at 44.1 16-bit and send it. It'll work. It's how we operate internally. Yeah. In order for, you've got Ableton working with Cubase, with Sonar, with whatever Jim gets. It could be literally 4 different programs. That doesn't matter. As long as we are all in the same, there's a format we can all find. Exactly. So
there's got to be a way,
guys. I just want to let you know
Stevie's stuff, man.
I just want to let you know that I was doing some tests last week and everything, and all 6 tracks together sound amazing because of the preamps and all that. And I was thinking about doing something. Instead of making things very complicated and track by track, I was thinking about exporting the analog tracks to 2 MIDI tracks because it's a lot easier to mix and it's a lot user-friendly because I can syncopate the beat that if I'm off by a hair of a second, it'll straighten it out, no problem. And once it's in a MIDI, the effects are a lot user-friendly in MIDI, as I've discovered. Put your thumbs down, but that's because you guys are guitar players and all that, but as drums, it's a better deal. It is. I think it is. I think it is.
Does it turn the analog sound into digital?
Yeah,
no. Doing when you go to
just bring it in, just export it up to
the
MIDI track.
It's little blips of fucking technology that say when to hit a sound, and you have to pick a sound bank of snares and kicks and toms that are beep boop boop. So Steve, I love you, but no fucking way are we ever going to deny the world the opportunity to hear your handmade custom fucking kit that you built from scratch with your bare hands from fucking nothing. Fuck that. We're gonna hear analog fucking kit. I will leave the band unless you fucking play your analog kit. I swear to God, man. There's no MIDI.
I was gonna say, basically your drums analog signal becomes a trigger. We could put a fucking coconut sound for a snare, whatever.
No, it's not even that, Jim. It's just to get the real sound the way it's supposed to sound and put it on thing. It's not about adding anything or anything like that. It's just
but I realize, but it's going to filter it somehow. So I think we want you as you, even if there is a little twat hair off or whatever.
If you're going to do that, Sell the drums.
I am gonna go in my fucking garage and get the Ascabo if you don't fucking switch your mind from
Steve,
In that case, ends.
No.
On Thursday night, you're gonna hear a sample of what I've done.
He's gonna burst. He's gonna burst. Calm down. Fuck, man. I never thought he'd go.
Thursday night, you come by and you listen to all 6 tracks together. And you tell me. You just tell me what you think, because I think the sound is amazing on the analog tracks itself, all 6 together. Because what's happening is there's a lot of bleeding in the mics and everything. Because the mics are sharing all the time. Everything's set up so low, nothing's far away from each other. Everything's right there, and the overhead mic catches everything. And when you add everything together, it's a full sound. And I really like the sound. I really do. And I want to preserve that sound.
So
why fuck it up with MIDI?
I was gonna say,
No.
Why?
It's not about fucking up with a MIDI. It's just that MIDI will just keep it the way it is into 2 simple tracks. Because I don't really think there's a lot of mixing to do on it. There really isn't.
Think now, because now you're listening to your drums by themselves.
Yeah.
What if I go nuts and I do a Jimmy Page and I play 1 note of the chord and I put in 8 guitars to finish the whole chord? Think the mix isn't going to change?
Yeah, you're gonna tell me out.
What? Think of this. 20 years ago, we were limited by 8 tracks and time. There's no limit anymore. I'm not going to shoehorn yours. I could take your 6 tracks and turn them into 12 tracks with an out-of-phase drum or a flange drum as the second track or delay on the second track. There's a universe that we never looked at, that we never had a chance to look at. I'm not saying I'm going to do that. I'm not going to fucking phase your drums on every song. But if I want to do something stupid that works, I want to be able to do it. And then say, fuck, that sucks, but I still want to do it. So your 8 tracks, trust me, you've mixed them now stereo, right?
No, I didn't mix anything.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. On one song, what if I pan them hard mono and it blows your mind? Fuck, for this song, that's cool. And then they go stereo. You do something like that, you take that away from. It's a tool you're taking away from me.
We're limiting the art of the possible by dropping it down to 2 tracks. Is essentially what I'm hearing.
So
we're doing a drummer intervention.
Drummer intervention. Yeah. Fuck the drummer intervention.
What are you guys gonna do with a drummer? What are you guys gonna do with a drummer?
Yeah, no, I you know what? And to me, the bleed, I mean, unless it becomes a problem during mixing, what's the problem? It's all your drums. It just kind of rounds out the sound. That's probably why you like the 6
Well,
tracks.
that's why I like the way it sounds, because when you hear it all full together, it's like I don't need no muffling, no nothing. Everything sounds. Ever since I got the tone controls and everything, and I recorded with them, I said all the sound is under control now, and it's loud, but it's not distorted. It's not the cymbals don't sound like loud or anything. It's just perfect.
Well, then
the bass drum is a little loud.
Well, the bass drum, Steve, you're Steve. It's always been a little loud. And
what are you worried about?
That's your sound, man.
What are you worried
about? Hold on. Sorry, guys, pause for a sec. Pause. Everyone stop for a second. I'm about to fucking move into this amazing fucking bungalow with a basement studio. It's going to take me a few months, but trust me, at the rate that we're cranking out songs, it's going to be just in time for our first fucking track. And I'm going to have a fucking studio that is going to accommodate drums, bass, guitar, gong, fucking cannons, whatever the fuck you want.
Don't forget flutes.
All you need to do is bring Enzo with a shitload of fucking microphones and all the fucking wires that we own together cumulatively, including our brothers and uncles and cousins and shit. And come to my house, and my mother is going to fucking make food for days for everybody. And somebody bring jardinière. Somebody bring fucking jardinière.
That's not a problem.
Is going to say, put the kick drum mic 18 feet away here. Ah, perfect. Ooh, that sounds good. No offense, Steve. What you fucking started in your room at the shop is the best thing that has ever happened musically for all of us in probably 30 years. Except when it comes to the final recording, the shit that we're going to fucking put our dick out on the table, we have a very fucking important opportunity here. We have a luxury of space and time. It's going to be the best recording that you've ever heard in your life. We all have an amount of skill here together that is going to make you sound fucking amazing for the final recording. In the meantime, all you got to do is track yourself for guides. Just think guides. Give us the raw beat. Turn your kick down in the DAW. Turn your snare up where it needs to be. Give us the guide so that we get the feel of Steve. And when it comes to the final recording, we're all recording either in my truck or in my new house. One or the other. I don't know which, but whatever comes first. It's gonna sound fucking amazing, man.
Now,
trust me.
That's what I'm working on.
Rewind a second, Steve. Rewind a second. Give me your reasoning for that again. Why you wanted to go MIDI?
No, it was just
Brownie, anybody?
Is he brownie anybody?
Go ahead. I'm
Are those special brownies ends?
I'm always here. It's a fudgesicle. Sorry.
Nothing.
It's legal in Canada now.
Sound-wise, nothing was going to change. It was just going to go on to 2 MIDI tracks. That's all it was going to do. There was no changes, no nothing.
No.
It's just
but
reason
Steve,
for doing it. What for you? What was the reason to do that?
I don't want to use a click track.
You don't.
I don't want to use the click track. I want to play
Okay.
natural. And if there's a
And then-
hair off the bass drum, you know, it'll settle that problem.
Okay.
You know?
Wait. Okay. So you don't want to use a click track. So you figure going MIDI, we can quantize, I think it's called.
Yeah.
I think that we can quantize it in.
Yeah, just move
Okay.
the thing over. Like the notation will just go. Put it right there. That's
You
it.
know how
Even if I'm hair off.
You know how shitty that sounds? I've done it. Number one, if you realize, I'll tell you, we're doing, the reason why we're using the click, because we all fucking hate it, is just because we're not playing live together. It's a background for you to do it so we follow on. Because I fucking hate it too. But, with the old songs, now, I'm going to give away a nasty little secret here. The ones that we aren't changing, I'm sending them to you using the old one. There is no click. If they count in and it goes speeds up and slows down, I don't give a shit because I know it sounds much more natural, but it's much harder to record on because then you're, oh fuck, it's out of time. So the guide tracks are there to trust me, I re-recorded on these old songs and some of them I'm pulling my hair out saying, fuck, we're not in time. But I agree with you. I hate it. That robotic, I might as well have a drum machine going. There's a fine mix, and we're going to find that as we're going. The click track is just to get us going now, as we get used to this, because this is all new to us. Yeah, we have 20 years experience. We don't have 20 years of experience in a studio playing with a click.
Good point.
So
Good point.
we got to build on that. And I know how you feel, because I feel the same way. Paul felt the same way 10 years ago. And Jim's going to shit himself in the next 3 months trying, what the fuck am I doing?
But not necessarily. Not necessarily. Because I think, honestly, Enz, if you and I can take the hit, the onus of this click track bullshit. Everybody hates it. Everybody hates it. Mm-hmm. Guys, in 5 years, this is a non-issue, okay? We're Soulmasons forever. Deal with that first. Let that sink in for a second. We're Soulmasons until we all fucking die. So deal with that for a second. In the meantime, for the next 2-3 years, click tracks, it's our biggest first world problem that we have to fucking deal with. And so how do we deal with that? Enzo and Thibaut figure out how to make a guide track that sounds as fucking close to being in the egg carton studio as possible. And you never have to fucking turn the metronome on once. Steve or Jim. So that all you're listening to is Enzo and Paul doing everything that we possibly can, like with rhythm guitars and bass. I mean, what more do you want? You know? And then put that on a track. All you have to do is put it in from zero time in whatever recording software, with or without a metronome. We become the guide track, and that's it.
Exactly.
There is no metronome.
And I'm playing devil's advocate and blissfully ignorant at the same time because I haven't farted around with this stuff. But to Steve's 6 tracks that he wants to dump the 6 analog tracks to dump to 2 MIDI tracks. When we say I'm saying dump, does that mean we don't lose the 6 tracks? Can he not dump them to the 2 MIDI tracks for his purpose of recording, to hear it and let it do whatever it does? He's going to play along with it, and it's going to come out the way he's going to Steve-ify.
No, Jim, you're putting the cart before the horse. This has nothing to do with recording.
No, just for his own click track. He's creating his own click track along with whatever the hell you guys have.
No, it's not that at all. But
So,
if, like Paul said, if you get a rhythm of me and him, and there's no click going on, you're just playing along with us, how does that throw you off?
It doesn't. It doesn't if we're just playing with you and we're not listening to a click. We're just playing with you. You guys play to a click, so you're on, right?
Uh-huh.
That's what counts. Is that what we're saying?
Uh-huh.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And the beauty
Right.
is that I can secretly collaborate with Enzo and behind the scenes say, Enz, in verse 2, we're going from 95 beats per minute. We're going to do a slow descend to 84 beats per minute because the song demands it. We're going to fucking change the tempo from 4/4 to 3/4 for 2. Like, we're going to fuck around because there is this shit that exists already in a song or two of ours. So
I'll give you a good example right now from a stone. Yeah. There's a change
exactly.
where I want to hang on a chord, and it tears up the timing. I don't give a fuck. I want to hang on that chord because it's a da-da-da-da. 1, 2, 3, boom.
Yeah.
So,
Sorry, but Got to Move On is that
yeah.
personified. Got to Move On is 3/4/4/4 at 5 different occasions in the song. So if you guys don't have to worry about it, Enzo and I figured that shit out, and we get the rhythm guitar bass guides down, then Steve, you're playing with us, basically, but it's in your ears. All you gotta do is blare it, or in your speakers, however you do it. I don't know. But the thing is, if you're recording, you can't do it in the speakers. You have to have us in the ears.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
I got the headphones for it and everything. I got the headphone amp, so.
So as long as you got the amp, you're set. You're going to hear us. You're not going to hear a click. You're not going to have to worry about anything like that. And we basically, what I'm understanding now is that tempo track is reserved exclusively for Enzo Thibault. Once we're done and we are satisfied with the structure of it, we give it to you, Steve, for your stamp. And you basically get the chance to say, you know what, I want to add, contract, whatever, I want to change the structure of the song. And you can tell us in terms that are more endearing to musicians to say, you know what, I'd like to slow it down in the second verse. All right, perfect. We'll deal with that. And then we'll send you back a new guide, you know? A guide meaning no tempo. It's just us playing. And Jim, you benefit from all of that work because basically you get to fucking put the icing on the cake.
Yeah, just right over it, man.
That's good.
Put the icing on the
amazing
cake.
part.
But then it gets better. That's still guide. It's still guide.
Actually,
That's right.
All
let
of
me
that
think of
makes
something
this
now.
fucking guide fucking 4-layer cake. And then we say, all right, now Enzo has the original masters in his fucking program. He's going to remove any drums or click or anything like that. He's just going to send Steve the final guide of bass and rhythm guitar and vocals. And Steve's like in my new basement in 5 months, right? With the perfect fucking microphone setup. And there's wires everywhere. And my mom's making muffins and fucking zucchinis and fucking lasagna. And we record.
Pass the shells. Pass the
We do
shells.
5 tracks, 6, 8 tracks, whatever. Let's go. Song 1. Oh, take 12. Do it again. You forgot the. Oh, yeah, that's right. We did that fucking. Okay. You're not playing with the tempo track. You're playing with us. The guide track is there. Nobody's playing. It's just a fucking guide track in your ear, and we're all watching you. And you fucking nail it. And you're like, you nail one track, and we're like, yeah, we get the final drums of one song. Well, you go home, and your drums stay there, mic'd, to be continued in a week or two, whenever you're available and time permits. And I'm recording bass tracks, and I'm sending shit to Enzo, and he's doing fucking guitars, and Jim has a DAW by them, and he's doing leads. And by the time you come back, all right, guys, track 2, are we ready? All right, let's go. No, redo track 1. All right, you fuckers, you extended the verse. Let's go. It's all about drums for like 2 months. I don't know. Get
on the Lady excuse me. Oh boy. Excuse me. On the Lady in the Den guide that I did send you, because I know you played with it through the speakers. Is the click there? Is the metronome on? Steve?
No.
Okay, so you just hear my singing and my playing. Okay.
You're guiding me where I have to start the beat.
How do you find with that one?
That's fine. It's okay.
See,
you're counting it in. You're telling me when you're going to come in. I already know where to come in, but the only thing is the tempo is a little bit different, but that doesn't make a difference.
Okay, that one, I played to a click. I played to the click on that one. But you see, you're playing to me already, but you find it like it should be okay. Okay, I'm annoyed. I think, but if you find out okay, like that's basically what we're talking about. Oh, that. Yeah, you don't have to play to the click. You're playing to me, even though I'm playing to the click. Because I agree with you. Playing to a click, to me, like, one of the beauties of the Beatles is that if you actually listen to some of their songs, the speed changes. Ebb and flow, it's like a heartbeat. Your heartbeat doesn't fucking go like this all the time. It's normal. It's not. So, yeah, if I can figure out a way for us to always record like that, if we all live together, we know we're a bunch of fucking gay homos.
Tabarnak.
What the
fuck? Listen, I'm out. Excuse me, gentlemen.
What the fuck?
And now, if I don't fall over, there we go. La belle mère. That's what I wanted.
It's coming off.
What's that? Who's the what now?
I'm going to cut out, guys. I'm going to go to bed. Everybody's in bed now. I'm going to be too loud now talking, so I'm going to go to bed. All you guys keep talking. And Enzo, be there Thursday night. I'm going to show you some of the stuff I've been doing so you can get an idea of what the sound. And talk to you guys soon. All right?
Awesome.
Yes, sir.
Steve, all I can say is we're going to make it fucking great for you, bro. You're going to make the best drum tracks of your life.
We're going to make it great for all of us.
Fucking happen.
Yeah.
We're going to make it great for all of us.
And
guys?
Yes,
and
we're going to make...
Before you sign off,
yeah,
just to finish off, the Soulmason cover thing, somewhere down the line, fuck you, we're doing Dirty Love. Good night.
Fuck you and Dirty Love.
We'll talk later on in the weekend.
I'll text you next week, Steve. Ciao.
Talk to you guys soon.
Dirty Love.
Ciao, Steve.
See you, Steve.
Paul's in dark.
You're a madman. Dirty Love.
Fuck you, I want Dirty Love.
I'll give you Dirty Love. Go eat your yellow snow, Steve. Dirty Love.
You know how awesome that would be as a cover? I see it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who's going to play the fucking xylophone?
There's no xylophone in it.
You sure?
Yeah,
Oh, maybe that's the version I play for Kieran when he goes to bed.
Mirror, maybe. But no. Think of Dirty Love. There's the background vocals of women. We would film it. You and Steve and Mike doing the ooh, ah, all that shit.
Yeah,
seriously,
vocal,
and I come in doing the low register. Give me your dirty love. Don't tell me you never seen your daddy's in his bottom drawer. Oh, whip me up some lotion. Oh, give me.
It's a porno waiting to happen, folks. It's a porno waiting to happen.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
Mitty, I'll fucking carve your eyes out and stuff your nuts in there. Fucking Mitty.
Classic.
I would have bought the fucking Roland. Bah! Go straight in. No.
Let me just reiterate, all right, how I appreciate you guys being all fucking crazy bastards and so fucked up and perfect timing in my life. I'm so thankful. That's all. Just cheers up. You guys are the best. Fucking salute, guys.
Here, yes, sir. Cheers. You know what? It's mutual, Paul. You know, it's mutual.
Fucking great.
It is.
Fucking
it is. Great. You guys are saving me from fucking becoming allo police, you know?
You know what? You're saving me from going and doing something foolish down in Washington. You know, the man on the grassy knoll bullshit. Because I'm about this close. But anyway, hopefully Big Brother's not paying attention.
Oh, center yourself, you fat bastard.
Who?
Center yourself, you fat Irish bastard.
He said center yourself.
Yeah.
Let me waddle over here. It's my chair's crooked. I got one ass cheek that's off, you know, like and
fucking waddling
and my little
waddle your ass cheek.
That's
ass
right.
cheek alignment.
There you go. I'm centering. And see, my little squishy man. It's my phone's on is piled on a bunch of shit from my work here that I didn't move out of the way.
Sitting in your own squalor. Admit it, man.
Did I not show you guys the squishy man? Look at squishy man. See? He's holding up my phone. That is the pride and joy of IE Canada. There, that's a plug for
that's fucking hilarious.
My 40-hour week ball and chain there. If they're listening, and then some. But yes, I saw my center dance. I mean, you're centered, but
am I? To me,
I haven't been centered in around 35 years. I don't know what the fuck.
I was gonna say, have I ever been level or centered? You know, like I don't know. Does it really matter?
So yeah,
all I can tell you is I'm alive and I'm thankful. That's it. That's all I got.
That's good. If you can wake up in the morning and you haven't peed yourself, that's all good.
That's right.
Yeah, true story.
If I haven't
just a little anecdote, quick anecdote. When I wake up in the morning, I go to sleep. It's very easy. It's very comforting because, you know, I got my own sort of setup, right? I just crash out. I got my iPhone under one pillow. I got the iPad if I want to watch Netflix under the other pillow, and I crash out. I wake up. There's 2 cats and 2 kids, and fucking I don't know, bunch of wires in my bed. I'm like, what the fuck happened? Jesus Christ. I got no room to breathe. It's crazy. It's fucking pretzel. It's a family pretzel. It's like this. It's unbelievable. Like, God damn it. I feel like going on the couch. It's just crazy. But then when I wake up in that mess, I think this is the best. This is exactly the epitome of first world problems. You can't ask for better. And then I go, I don't know if I'm going to work because it's during the week or I fucking whatever. And I log into Facebook because, you know, you take a dump, you go to Facebook, you go to work, you go to Facebook, everything's Facebook. And then I see 18,000 videos by Enzo with fucking naked legs. He's in the pool. He's fucking on a roof. He's upside down. Hey, okay, I got this idea to fucking, oh, Jim, this is for you. Steve, check out, Tebow. You're going to love this one. And it's fucking like, it's inspiration galore, man. Inspiration galore. I feel like having a glass of wine every fucking lunch hour that I watch the Soulmasons fucking episode. Doesn't matter the day of week.
You're serious? I wish I could. I wish I could. Fuck.
Fucking perfect.
Who just followed us on Instagram? What was that? I just saw a flash. Did you post something?
Yeah, I didn't catch it. Because I'm recording on my phone, but I didn't catch it. I didn't see who it was. If I don't do, you can't do Instagram unless you're on a phone, right? So I can't click it because I'll lose this.
Hey, I got a question about that actually. Everything that's posted on Instagram, even if you post it, posted by Enzo Lucia. Why?
What?
Yeah.
On the Soulmasons channel.
Yeah. The Instagram one, yeah.
Really? I thought
When
it
you
said
posted, if you go look at it, I think when you check it on the Soulmasons Facebook page, it says posted by Enzo Lucia, even if you posted it. And I don't want it.
If you look, it might say posted by you, but if I look, it might say posted by me.
Really?
Yeah. So let me just confirm that. If I hang up, I'll be back.
Oh, you want to go check it now? You don't have to check.
Yeah, I'll go look. I'll go look. Well, that's why I didn't check, because I want to cut the feed, but I'll go look.
So, and how are you seeing flashes from Instagram?
On my phone.
Yeah, but are you not?
It says...
Oh, you got a notification pop up for it.
Yeah.
I thought you said you had no notification set up.
Only Instagram.
Oh, but it's because you're following Soulmasons. That's why, bro.
Because
you're following Soulmasons.
Yeah, but what I post on the Soulmason thing, that doesn't make sense, bro.
Am I back up right? Hold on.
No, you're kind of sideways. Center yourself, man. Center yourself.
Hold on.
No, you were...
Vertical yourself, man. Vertical yourself.
Oh, there we go.
I'm going to hurl.
What the fuck?
There we go.
Jesus Christ. I took a picture. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. Yeah, so I think it's the thing that's interesting about the Soulmasons channel on Instagram is that we're all administrators. Because I want to make sure that we could all operate in the same way. Like we could all be able to delete posts and follow people, and we all have the same rights. We all have the same ability. So, I have 7 Instagram accounts, but when you guys log in, you have the opportunity to post as Enzo or Jim, and then you can switch. If you hit the top, you can change to Soulmasons and post as Soulmasons.
That's it. So, I always post as Soulmasons, but it tells me that posted by Enzo. Huh?
But if you switch to Enzo or Jim, your individual page, and you're probably following the Soulmasons, you may see that because it may recognize that you posted on Soulmasons, it may say that you posted something on Soulmasons. That's the only thing I can think of.
Because you're an administrator, right?
Well, because you're an admin, but the app on your phone knows that you are both. You know?
Right.
But when I look, it probably only says it doesn't say that Enzo posted on Soulmasons. It says Soulmasons posted this, and then when I switch back to Paul Thibault, the individual, it says Soulmasons liked your post. It was me. It was me.
I've been a few times and I see some stuff, but I still gotta go, and I just gotta sit my ass down and do the shit I want to do. Take the pictures I want to do.
You gotta work.
I want to do it before
Trudeau. That's what you gotta do. You gotta work for Justin Trudeau, and time permitting, I would recommend the first thing you do is not learn Instagram, because trust me, that's a leap. The first thing is to get a doggone in your computer.
Yes.
That's the only thing you got to worry about.
But I do have
social media shit.
I do have something. Well, no, fuck it. It's not tuned right. But I do have something that I showed Enz today, and I had him going for a while because I started playing. He's going, what? What? No, anyway, it's almost ready, man. It's almost ready for you. Right,
I'm very anxious to hear it.
Hold on.
You're falling a hole.
No, I'm coming back. Hold on. I just wanted to check.
You're still here. Just back me up here, man.
Okay. Hold on. I'm just gonna, because I just checked, and it's on our Facebook page. That's where it says posted by Enzo.
Right.
Okay. I gotta tell you,
it links. Hold on, Jim. It links our Instagram to the Soulmason page right away, right?
Right.
You just posted. It doesn't say shit. The wine bottle. But on my old post, it says posted by Enzo Lucia. But I posted in the Soulmason page under the Soulmasons on Instagram. So why is it You know, I gotta figure that out. It must be somewhere in my settings.
When you when you log in into Instagram,
I'm always on Soulmason. Yeah.
You're allowed to link your Facebook page to your Instagram account.
Yes.
The first time that you do it, like, I mean, you need what? Do you have an Instagram account for Enzo Lucia?
Yeah, they both come up, but I'm always in the Soulmason one.
Okay, all right. So you had that choice.
Yeah.
So if I go to Soulmasons Facebook.
Yeah, you're going to see your wine bottle one, and underneath there's mine from the studio, and it says posted by Enzo Lucia under mine. See if you see it.
Posted by Enzo Lucia, yeah. So, okay, so you had that picture when you posted that. What you need to do is, because this works for me with 5 different channels and without fail. So, all I can suspect. I'm blaming you. I'm sorry. But you need to make sure that you're logged into Instagram as Soulmasons.
I am. I know I am.
And then share. You have that list. Share on Instagram. Share on Facebook, Twitter, or whatever. You need to be logged in as Soulmasons and then share as the Soulmasons.
Oh, maybe that. Okay, I'll double check that next. Okay.
That's the only thing that it could be. Because listen, dude, trust me, I get it. I've done it plenty of times. You're logged in. I'm logged in to fucking Tebow music, and I'm trying to share a cooking thing. Fuck, wrong channel. Cancel, log out, delete. Go back. Log in Instagram as fucking what? Who am I today? It's fucked up. Yeah, it's a pain in the ass. I'm sorry in advance for making your life fucking difficult with all this technology crap.
It's all good. It's a wonderful ride we're on.
Yeah.
Add spice. Are you tuned to D, Jim?
No.
How
about I mute my thing and I'll tune just for a second? Or I guess I can tune with you guys.
I actually had an idea, and I said, this shouldn't fucking work. I don't think it would work. But I was going to tune my 12-string down, Paul, and I was going to do the cash. I think that's too much.
I didn't hear that. The last part ends. What's that?
I was going to tune my 12-string down and give you a version of Kashmir.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but I don't think I think it's way too long and too. I don't know. I would have to see how it sounds on the 12-string.
I'm a fan.
I want to get this fucking whip and post thing done, Jim.
So look, I mean, I know that every single time that we talk about something new, we probably freak the shit out of Steve because everything is new for him. I know he worked on a fucking analog. He could have been working on an 8-track for all I care, and it's all brand new to him. So he's evolving at a different rate. Even though he's super fast, it's a different rate. Jim, you're gonna have a tiny learning curve, but you're gonna be there. I just know it. So I don't know. Like, is it stupid to fucking think about doing all of this back and forth? Am I in the wrong boat? Like, should we be doing live off the floor for everything?
No. For all of our originals? No.
No, for all of this rebirth, for all this resurgence, like, should we be doing live off the floor? Should we be booking once every 3 months? Like, okay, we're doing these 3 songs. Boom.
Oh, you mean our practice stuff?
Yeah, just whatever, like anything. Old, new, whatever. Okay, these are the 3 songs we're doing in September 15th. We're meeting at, doesn't matter where.
Yeah,
in the studio or not.
I just been shutting up because I don't want to play during the summer in that fucking oven. Once September rolls around, I'm gonna be busting your asses. Yeah, let's go fucking get together.
Let's go freeze our asses. Yeah.
I'm just wondering if I I feel like I'm being a proponent for, technology, remote recording, and all that. Am I stalling the show? Are we fucking around? Are we supposed to be just doing it live all the time, like the old school, or what?
No, I think a fine balance, Paul, of both. I think there's always an aspect of live playing together that adds to it. But once you've established where you're going, you just, okay, let's see how it sounds together. No, okay, this is not the right way to go. And you change it or you don't. I don't think it has to be whatever, but every once in a while, yeah, just to sort of, okay, it does sound right, because you know how it is. When you're playing live together, it's one thing. Yeah. When you're doing it, all sanitized and clean, it's not the same. So there's a raunchiness to the live, right? But how often? I don't know. I don't know. I figure we'll figure it out. What do you think, Paleface?
How?
Shut up with the guitar. Speak with your vocal cords for a minute.
Speak with vocal cords.
I'm liking the gym cords.
I think I'm good. So, do I put the capo on ends or just?
But wait, did you hear what we were talking about?
Yes, technology, live, something.
So, something.
Blah blah. Wah, 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 wah. As a.
That's what I miss. I would love to be in the fucking same room all together right now. That would be the best. That would be the best.
And then we could pee in the same jug. Wouldn't that be awesome?
But the thing is, the drive home is a cunt.
Yep. Oh yeah, it's
doesn't matter
hands,
who.
Orange face.
Somebody. There's 3/4 of us that have a drive home. Yeah. And it's a cunt. Nobody wants to sleep over anywhere. Everybody wants to go home.
Yeah, too old for that shit. Not like the old days.
Land where special occasion.
Yeah, we could sleep over, but it's a bit of
all right.
Bugger.
Let me just reimagine the cottage dream there for a second. Wherever it is, the unimagined cottage location that we don't know where it would be or how or whatever, but it would be like a thing that I don't know. I just want to be realistic here. Every 6 months ish, where we would make a point to say it's a long weekend, a very long weekend. I'm talking a 4.5 day weekend. You know what I mean? Like you show up on a Friday morning kind of thing. And you got Friday night to get drunk and reacquainted. Saturday night and Sunday night and Monday night to record. Like literally, that's our job. We're there for a job, but we spend one night being stupid and the days being fun. But the Friday night, Saturday night, Monday night, it's a long weekend of sorts, to bring up all the gear and record. Like the Hip or any other independent band at the time would go and find a barn or a fucking cottage or whatever, and we'd record to make it sound as good as possible. And we'd spend all of this time digitally in the virtual room, sharing shit and making it not about recording, but just preparing for those 2 sessions every year, where we would go and bang out. Like on the Friday night, we do the hardest shit. Sorry, the Friday night is about getting drunk. The Saturday night, we bang out the hardest shit. The Sunday night, we bang out the familiar shit. And the Monday night, we just do the retakes. And Tuesday morning, we all go home. We pack up the shit and we go home. We're done with drinking because it's been 2 nights in a row. Something like that might be fucking therapeutic and cathartic, like for us, like to be able to say, like, we're doing all this for a reason. We're preparing for what we're really good at, is being in a room together live. and playing that shit out, because I hear what Steve's saying. I feel it. Like I understand exactly what he's saying. He wants to feel it. He wants to feel it. I don't want to take that away from him. You know what I mean?
No, we'll see how it goes with this. Let me go Thursday and see how much I can help him with what the fuck is wrong, and then we'll figure it out.
And is that a flashlight? What the hell are you doing with that?
Well, because this gets annoying after 2 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Bet.
So, I've got my love stick.
Jeez.
Hey guys, even if it's once a year, it's better than it's better than nothing.
I think we're definitely due for whatever reason. We're due to go to Chalet and knock off that bottle of scotch.
All right. Can I just say something? I'm not looking for an excuse to bond, because I'm good. I'm just saying. Let's just be fucking clear here. That's not my point. I'm really thinking about the musicality of it. I hear what Steve is saying. I understand what he's talking about. There's musicians that are just completely at odds with the clique. I just feel like that might be our hurdle. Like that would be something that we need to do, and we could turn it into a positive. Instead of an obstacle, turn it into a plus. Like the fucking Soulmasons weekend. You know what I mean? It could be all right. But if we can get away with doing it virtual, we could do so much more on a regular basis. Don't get me wrong.
Yes.
Well,
I would much rather.
That's the whole deal. I think we just have to work on it for a little bit and see what happens. That's
all right. Fair enough.
But hey, we want to go out and get I'm all for it.
Yeah, let's do that. That's fun too, man. That's good.
Lac Mont, Blueberry Lake, Lac Brome, where the fuck you want to go?
Yeah.
Are you playing us your ripoff, or are you playing the cover tune for Paul? Are you playing both?
Ripoff? What ripoff?
Your Jimmy Page ripoff.
Oh, yeah, well, I gotta get the capo for that, but no, I was gonna...
You're doing a little cover tune. Move a bit. It's taking you out of phase. Move a little bit so the microphone.
Move a little bit. Well, the guitar. Anyway, the point is, Paul, you know what song I'm playing, right?
Yep.
Okay. So I've been farting around with it, and it's actually supposed to be capoed here, and so it'd be, I guess.
You might have to capo his nuts to be able to sing with it.
Well. Anyway, what I was doing with ends, or I showed them, is I had a little video that I was farting around with. That last night I got up, I fell asleep, and then I couldn't sleep anymore. And so it's actually, the song is, she plays it all over the fucking place, but she plays it here. Yeah.
It's a big yellow capo.
The big yellow capo. I don't know, obviously the tune.
Yeah, no, it's okay, man. Do it open, man. It's all good. Do it open. I get it.
Yeah, it's anyway, but the thing was, last night I started playing with it was still capoed. I was doing fucker out of tune. But it was a mix of like Joni Mitchell meets Jimmy Page and had a Robert Johnson baby kind of thing. It was.
But the thing is, right now, because you're stymied by the detuning, so like remove the capo and do it open, man. I want to hear what you had in mind. Do it open.
Well, because I was doing it here because it just sounded cool. I was just fucking around, so I don't have a thing. I recorded a thing, me playing for 6 minutes or whatever, just farting around, but...
Right.
Fucking Jesus.
Just you and him, Paul. Just you and him with fucking.
Anyway, something along the lines of those kind of
That's
notes.
it.
Just farting around.
Just you and him. Nothing else.
Yeah, send me the track, Jim.
All right.
Send me the track so I can write a fucking kick-ass vocal. It'll be the male version of Janis Joplin, circa 2018.
Yeah.
It fucking blows people out of the bloody fucking ocean.
Yeah. I don't want to rip off old Joni there, but.
Just find a structure. Think
Yeah,
about
well,
it,
that's the thing.
Don't
Two
go
things.
for it.
I got two things to say about that. This here is probably one of the most important songs that we'll ever write. I'm just warning you in advance. The second thing is, all you got to do, Jim, is come up with, like Enzo's trying to prompt you here, call it 2 or 3 structures. One structure for the verse. In your mind, it's a verse. Doesn't matter. I'll fuck it around with it anyway. Second structure is a chorus. That's it. If you have something different, call it a bridge, and I'm gonna fuck around with it. That is the fucking best thing I've heard all fucking year, man. You gotta iPad it, iPhone it, whatever the fuck you want. Say, Paul, here's the verse. Fuck around for 15 minutes. I'll figure out what the verse means. And then, here's a different part. It's called the bridge. You'll be soloing through half of it, and I'll figure it out. I just need to hear it. I need to hear it. Because it's very important. Very important.
And that's freestyle. You don't have to worry about
what I did there is probably different from what I recorded last night. It was similar, but I haven't played with it enough to say it's something. It's just me farting around like that.
Just one thing, Jim.
Yes.
Don't overthink it, though. Find a structure, find the chorus and whatever, but don't overthink it saying, okay, what do I have to do? No. Because it's natural. Let it flow. It's one of those songs where you feel it, it's natural. So don't like try and find the note. Just let it play the same thing 10 times, like Paul said, if you have to. Just let it go. Don't agonize.
All right.
Try and picture a color in your head, Jim. Say, this is the blue portion of it. Here's the red portion of it, and here's the orange-red portion of it. Blue is verse.
Here's the Mud Tuck Blues version of it.
Yeah. and crank out 10 minutes of it. I'll make that verse. And then a different flavor of it. You can, I'm going to think in a different color. Whatever it takes for you to think in a different color or flavor of it, we're going to make 3 parts. Verse, chorus, bridge. That's it. It's going to be done. And trust me, Enz and I are going to work on it. We're going to work on it. We're not going to play it the way you do. We're just going to structure it. And we're going to tell you, remember that part you did there? That's verse. Do it 2 times.
Yeah.
Bridge, whatever. Because I'm going to write the shit out of that fucker, man. That is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful piece, man.
All right. Thanks.
So we got Joni to thank, but we're not ripping her off. We're just fucking capitalizing on a brand new flavor of inspiration.
Anything goes.
12 notes, man. 12 notes. That's all we got.
Anything
right
goes.
On. I'm so stoked. Did I tell you how fucking cool the Soulmasons are? What's that tag I said?
What?
The world doesn't know it yet, but the fucking world needs the Soulmasons.
That's right.
So, yes. We gotta get rid of that tiny hand, orange dick, the other doofus or whatever.
I got a deal for T-shirts with CB Baby. I think we'll put that fucking paragraph on the back.
Yeah.
and on the front, that's some weird shit by George W. on Inauguration Day, and then you're an orange. What was it again? Tiny hand, orange headed, orange faced.
Yeah,
whatever. Cunt. Anyway. That's I can hear Doogie saying it there. That's
there's nobody you can say that like a Scotsman.
No.
True.
I hear Billy Connolly saying it. That'd be awesome.
Oh, the tiny hand, freaking orange hair that he is. He fucking come out with his blaring out all kinds of stuff. And there he is. And then he says something else. And nobody's listening. And his fucking slight hot wife, he's standing next to her. And she's got a fucking shirt on. He says, I don't care. Oh, look at that. Because nobody cares either. That's right, lads. Nobody fucking cares. You fucking cunt ass.
We gotta record a monologue of you with Steve going.
I can't wait to fucking get my new digs, guys, and record anything. It's gonna be so great. You have no idea how awesome it is. My mom's like, I can't wait. When you're gonna build your studio? Like the first thing that we do when we move in. I'm like, yeah, it'd be great. It's awesome. It's going to be fucking instantaneous. We got a place to record everything.
That is cool.
With no interruptions.
Hell,
the only interruption is going to be when the red light goes off and my roommate, a.k.a. mom, upstairs roommate, decides that she wants to offer us some fucking food.
The fucking found already.
That's right. That's awesome.
Pretty much.
Well,
pretty much.
You know what, Paul? I think we'd even. I can't speak for ends, but if time comes and you're building your studio and you need a hand putting up shit and whatever, I did it in Prevost and we did it all. We've done it several times, but setting it up and baffling and all that crapola and the sonopan and the double walls and all that, come and help out.
We're going to make it a behind-the-scenes video if it happens. It'll only be for the video value. Otherwise, just come record. Cool. Even if it's a fucking basement with a couch, I don't give a fuck. It'll be perfect. It'll be perfect.
That is cool.
Yeah.
That is. Oh yes. And what I was going to say earlier is, most men won't say that, but I got to say, I do love my Belle Maya. She's the best. She is. And you know what? I took her right off the floor in my canteen, whatever their cold room. It's not particularly cold. It didn't even come out of the fridge. It'd be even better if she was out of the fridge, but I like her just the same.
I could go so many places with this, but I'll cut
my real Belle Maya is good. She's lovely too, but not like this lady. I like her best.
I'm gonna stick this popsicle stick in sideways so I stay fucking.
Hey, where are you sticking it?
Whoa.
You sick bastard.
Now, the best part is if we have to call 911.
Almost.
And they show up at his house and Carmi's like, fuck your 911 here for? Go in the garage and find Enzo. He's lying on the ground trying to pry a popsicle stick out of his pie hole there.
He's crazy bananas.
Drooling on himself.
That's a behind-the-scenes fucking video.
Yeah, well, at least it was only in your mouth. Yeah. You don't want to get splinters.
I'll do anything. Did you hear that?
What's that?
Put it in writing. 150 a week, guaranteed 6 months contract. I'll do anything.
Yeah, I know. What was the old joke? The joke years ago would for $1 million. Now this was like it had to be 25 years ago. For $1 million,
blow a horse.
Blow a horse or whatever, And people like
to swallow.
How much more was it for that?
$5 million to swallow.
Yeah, something like that. I'm thinking like today, $1 million? Are you kidding me?
I'll do it for $600. How's that? Cheap as the fucking. Anyway, let's not go there.
I would expect no more.
Sorry, go ahead.
Expect no more.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to hell, but we'll be in good company, all right.
That's fact, Jack. That's
a
fact, Jack.
So, and you killed me earlier when I couldn't remember what the hell the saying was. I just lost my good pick. God damn. Anyway, we were saying about the 12 pounds on a 10 bag, the 12 pounds of shit in a 10-pound bag. Yeah. So then I said to Enz, and my son's there, Aiden's there, Michael's there, and and a bunch, and there's other people who may not necessarily, be in favor of all our dark humor here.
Alternate reality. Yeah.
Yeah, we're living in it like as we're living in on this plane, but we're on another plane anyway.
And background. You're explaining this, Paul. You got to get background. This is a conversation 2 or 3 weeks ago where I was saying how incredulous it was that these people voted for Trump, right? And then I said, well, you know what kind of people voted for him? It's like the old joke we used to say, And the punchline joke was, "Pa, get off me! You're crushing my smoke."
Yeah. It's the joke. What is a young new? I think at the time was what does a young Newfie girl say to her father after? What does a young Newfie girl say at first time after having sex for the first time? Get off me, Pa! You're crushing my smokes, right? I mean, this is an old joke, right? So anyway, so he said this about tied it in with old tiny hands there, and so sure enough, I hadn't heard that joke in for like, I don't know, probably since the last time we played in the Soulmasons studio or whatever. Anyway,
right.
And I was killing myself. I'm like, so anyway, so tonight I couldn't remember.
You're gonna lose a Philly.
I couldn't remember what he'd said, but I knew it was funny. And when I heard it, I almost killed myself. I bust a gut. So I said to him, and he looks at me like, "You don't want me saying that here?" Like he's like, "I'm not saying it." And then I just hear something. "Hey, Pa!" I just hear it. I start killing myself. Everybody's looking at me. What the hell's your problem? Like, he didn't. Nobody cracked a joke. Yeah, no, nobody cracked a joke. But I heard what he said, and I know exactly. Anyway, but I was killing myself. And then Michael's like, "Hey, tell me." No, I can't tell you until you're 18. I'm sorry. No. I can't do that, son. And then your mother will never forgive me. First of all, your mother won't get it, but no. And even if you do, or I explain it to you, and you do, no. It's just
my God.
Yeah, that's get funny. Off me, Pa! You're crushing my smokes. Yeah, that was
God. That is funny. So wrong. I mean, in today's world, that is so wrong. Oh man.
Yeah, but it's not fair to pick on the Newfies, right? I mean, when we have perfectly good Trump followers to
right, exactly.
Yeah. Like poor Newfies, they're getting a bad rap there, So,
by the way, I can only imagine the fucking temperament that you have to tolerate so much stuff, Jim. You have to not say so much stuff. Yeah, and all of the adventures that you fucking deal with, man, unbelievable, man. I don't know how you do it.
I don't know. Well, you know what? There's A lot of the people, I gather we're referring to a lot of people that I work with, right? But you know what? There are a lot of like-minded people, and there's some good people that I work with who you think our conversation here is very PC to some of the conversations that I have with these folks that I happen to mix with in different circles. And let me tell you, I'm blushing when we're talking. I'm like, oh my, whoa, hello, you see, whoa. Hang on, I got to remember that for Saturday night. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
That's some good material. That's A+
right.
material, right? You gotta fucking repeat that.
That's right. Let me get my pad here. Let me write that down.
Let me write that shit down.
Exactly. So what you're saying is we're not the only ones who Satan is waiting for with a trident and a giant fucking donut, right? Okay.
You'll know, and the best part is some of these people are they're business owners. They're middle-aged women. This is the best part. Like, this is awesome, man. Like, I found a kindred spirit that, like, if I pass you on the street, I think, like, I wouldn't fart. I'd be afraid to fart in your general vicinity. And like, pardon me, you can what? You can swear like a trooper? Awesome! And what? And oh my God, that's one of the filthiest jokes I've ever heard in my life. And oh my, yeah, that like. And what? And you're buying the beer? Yes, yeah. Woohoo! Woohoo! So yeah, there's a lot of interesting people that work in all over.
I bet after your political fucking stuff, you guys get down and have an orgy. Come on, admit it.
Yeah. Well, I haven't been invited yet, but it's quite possible. But yeah, no.
But wait, after you get 10 years seniority, it's all over, man. It's like it's a done deal. You're in like Flynn.
Yeah.
Guys, I want to thank you. I have to hit the sack. I'm done. Going to bed. Thank you very much. I appreciate everything. And bonne soirée.
Bonne soirée.
Good luck, well.
Awesome.
I just got to say, I've been monitoring the YouTube chat.
At least we're consistent.
We've insulted nobody because nobody's been fucking paying attention. Maybe next month. We'll see. Well, we'll pay attention. Who knows? Anything's possible.
Onward and upward, yes. Exactly. The old cornhole, that is.
Good. I don't give a flying fuck. It's good for my soul.
Nah, me neither. You know what? With 1 million viewers or 0, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
I love you guys. You're the best. Thank you very much.
It's reciprocal.
Have
a good night.
Gentlemen.
For me?
Hey.
I'll be in touch this week.
Aye, Captain.
Ciao.
À bientôt, mes amis.
À bientôt.
Bonne soirée, les gars.
Ciao.